Okay, this speech is for my Humanity 115 class. Teacher is Mr. Ray Shepard. My major essay is on should same-sex marriage be legalized. I think the first thing to identify is what a marriage is. I looked in Merriam-Webster.com, and they defined a marriage as one of the following: the state of being united to a person of the opposite sex as husband and wife in a consensual and contractual relationship recognized by law, or two, the state of being united to a person of the same sex in a relationship like that of a traditional marriage. Once you apply the definition of marriage to my question, I do feel that same-sex marriage should be legalized throughout the United States. Many opponents of same-sex marriage argue biblical reasons or biblical verses for their denial of allowing same-sex couples to have a legal marriage. I feel that no, but everybody in the United States does not have the same religious views. That's what makes this country so unique. This country was founded upon religious oppression from Great Britain. Therefore, we should not be obligated or made to feel or made to view one religion as this is the correct reason why we should not do this, this, and this, or allow this, this, and this to happen in this country. Another reason I feel biblical reasons are not acceptable in legalizing same-sex marriage is because in the Bible they have endured, or the people in the Bible have endured numerous punishments that we have deemed inhumane. We don't crucify anymore. We have deemed that pretty much inhumane. We also don't cut people's hands off or anything like that when they steal from us. We have a much more humane and or judicial system as far as punishment. Another reason why I feel that same-sex marriages should be legalized is for equality and freedom, and it is protected in the United States Constitution, freedom of speech. In Cleveland Board of Education versus LaFleur, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that freedom of personal choice in matters of marriage and family life is one of the liberties protected by the Due Process and Equality Protection Clause. I got that from gaymarriage.org. The United States has a long history of discrimination. Up until the year of 1968, interracial marriages were considered illegal. Here we are in the year 2012, and we are still denying people their free and equality rights to marry who they wish. In up until 1948, the United States was segregated in the military. Until 1954, schools were also segregated. I just don't know how long it's going to take until the discrimination of such sexual orientation has to stop. Another reason I feel that same-sex marriages should be legalized: when these couples have a legal binding agreement or marriage, it allows them the same rights as married couples when it comes to health benefits. If something were to happen to your spouse, you have a legal right and obligation to make decisions for them on their behalf. Well, in the same sex, the gay, bi, and lesbian community, they don't have that option. They don't have that freedom. They cannot make decisions for their loved ones. Even if they're the only family member that they associate with, if they don't, if their loved ones don't associate with their other family members, they can't make any life or death or any health choices for them in the event of an emergency. Also, it would give them an advantage to be allowed to be on the same health care plan, just as heterosexual couples are allowed to when they marry. Another reason it would increase revenue for states. In a New York study, it showed that legalizing same-sex marriage could create a revenue of $184 million in the state's economy over a 3-year period. Think of the revenue that it could create for each individual state if same-sex marriages were legalized. Another reason I feel that same-sex marriage should be legalized, a lot of people will argue that in a same-sex marriage they cannot reproduce. They can't have children, they can't bear children. Well, it would make adoption processes for these couples of the gay, bi, and lesbian community a much easier if they had a legal binding relationship, a legal binding marriage. There are many reasons why same-sex marriages should be illegal, but there are also many reasons and valid reasons why homosexuals should be granted the same rights as heterosexual couples. Discrimination has to end. Equality and liberty should be a privilege each individual should be inclined to enjoy and experience in the United States. Thank you for your time.